All right, there we go. Looks like everybody's back in.
Are they back?
We've
Hey, give me a thumbs up if you're back.
it doesn't work that way.
Why not? They can't talk to me. I want to talk to them.
They can talk to us, but they can't. Well, they can give us a virtual.
No, directly talk to us.
All right, so welcome everybody to our live stream. Apologies for the audio quality, but our microphones, of course, decided not to work just as we were trying to get set up.
Look at the camera.
And then I am looking at the camera. I was just looking to see how many people were in there.
Uh-huh.
All right, so my name is Mike Tunez with Firelock Games. This is Rufus Devon, and we are going to be playing out Blackbeard's final battle. So Rufus will be playing the part of Robert Maynard and his daring English sailors.
Wow, that's quite the intro there.
Yeah,
Nice.
and I will be playing the infamous Blackbeard, as Rufus was not able to grow his beard out long enough in time. He wanted to play Blackbeard, but we decided whoever had the longer beard gets to play Blackbeard, and I won that competition.
Wow.
Unfortunately, the mask hides it a little
That's
bit.
the only thing that's longer, though. It's a little weird, but it's all right.
So we're going to be showcasing some new units and some new factions in this. We obviously have our new ships as well. So we have our Balandra, which is Blackbeard's sloop. It's a captured Spanish sloop. And Rufus's English sailors over here have a Bermuda sloop.
Yeah.
So Bermuda sloop's pretty cool because it's going to be a lot faster than mine. So he'll be able to get up on me
Got a little top
pretty quick. But I've got cannons and he doesn't. The historical account, we know Maynard had no cannons. So we did give him a couple swivel guns though, just for the fun of it. It's a possibility he had swivel guns. So, and why not?
What is he doing?
Guns,
Chasing
right?
pirates with no cannons.
Yeah, I mean, you work with what you got. You know?
That's great.
All right, so I'll explain my list over here real quick. So this game that we have set up, you'll be able to play this right out of the starter set that we've got coming up in the Kickstarter. It's launching tomorrow at 2 p.m. EST. And I'll be playing Blackbeard's Men. And this faction is going to give me access. The main thing I have 2 units of pirates. So I've got a unit of pirates back here in the quarterdeck.
And they're just called pirates?
They're just called pirates.
All right,
And they've got, they're all armed with buccaneer guns instead of pistols. Then in the middle here, I've got a unit, sorry, from this side. Okay, in the middle here, I got a unit of roundsmen. So roundsmen are veteran pirates, typically who have sailed around the Red Sea and seen some real action, unlike many of the pirates in the Caribbean who are just robbing people. And the roundsmen are veteran sailors, and they've got braces of pistols, and they are joined by Blackbeard himself.
It's raining really hard.
It is raining. I don't know. I wonder if you guys can hear that.
Yeah, it's raining
So,
really hard. And so Blackbeard's with the roundsmen, right?
with the roundsmen,
Okay.
yeah, they're the middle guys there.
Gotcha.
And then all the way in the front here, I've got another unit of pirates, this time just armed with pistols and basic melee weapons. And Blackbeard himself, for those who haven't seen the previews that have been going around today, he's got a command range of 12 inches. He's got 3 command points. He's got bold, terror, cold-blooded, tough, and God's blessing of the devil's luck, so I get an extra fortune point.
What?
And Rufus over here, I will go ahead and explain Rufus's stuff since he barely knows what he has.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing.
So he's got 2 units of sea dogs. He's got one in the front manning his swivel guns, and they've got boarding pikes, so they're going to operate under the rules for lances. And then here in the center, he's got another unit of sea dogs, and they're going to swap out their pistols for muskets. Then in the quarterdeck, he's got Maynard and his entourage. Yeah, he's here on the other side of the boom. And he's got his entourage, which is a unit of able seamen, which is a new veteran sailor unit for the English. And along with them, he's got the unknown Scotsman. So this is the guy who cleaved Blackbeard's head off allegedly in the legends.
This guy,
Yeah, that guy right there.
Right up there.
So he's going to, anytime he's in melee, he's got the opportunity to potentially choose who he takes out in that combat if he takes anybody out.
I should have brought my sword.
Very well done.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think from there, that's a good overview. You'll see everything as it goes.
Go over the, what kind of cannons you got on that?
Oh, so yeah, I almost forgot. My sloop actually has 4 guns.
Not fair.
That's totally fair. Rufus has a pair of swivel guns, as we talked about earlier. So my pirates here are running the guns on there, and I've just got a pair of light guns on each side of the ship. So with that, my objective is Rufus is blocking my exit from Ocracoke Inlet here, and we got some shoals, and I'm trying to escape, but he's blocking my way out. So if I can sail off of that table edge, then I'll be able to win the game.
And the wind is coming from?
And the wind is coming from that table edge over there. I'm sorry, from Rufus's table edge.
So
I do have to go upwind to escape him, so I'm essentially trapped. I'm gonna have to. So that's the scenario. We're all deployed and ready to go. One of the great things about Blood and Plunder ship game is that there's a pretty enough stuff to set up on the table.
Nope.
Your models are on your ship. There's not
Terrain.
deployment is pretty straightforward.
Terrain is awesome.
So if we cheat that, it just makes it fair. All right, so we each have 3 units. So we have 3 cards. Get ready for the first turn. So turn 1.
Glasses on because they're clogged up with this mask. Ooh.
Yeah. On top of everything, we have technical difficulties with our air conditioning. So we have Kai here ready to run to fix our AC potentially if it turns off again.
Mike, is it 150 points or 100?
We're playing about 110 points actually.
This is what comes in the starter box, right?
Yeah, this is what
Now,
comes
could you
in.
bump it up to 150?
Oh yeah, you can.
With
Yeah,
add-ons
with
and stuff?
fully rigging out the ships and stuff, and taking more veteran crews and stuff, you can definitely get this up to 150. What's cool about the starter box is that if you're getting into the game yourself and you want to be able to have a demoable force, you've got that. But it's also together, even on just using one of the ships with all these models, you'll have a pretty nice 200-point force. You can even run 2 of the sloops, which is always fun. If you've never run 2 ships in Blood and Plunder, it's always a fun time.
Are you ready to play cards?
I'm ready. Are you ready? Because I'm ready. I got my
I got my card. You don't have
I got my card too. Let's go.
Jam. You go first.
All right. So
I got a 3 of hearts. You got a 7 of hearts.
I got a 7. You guys aren't going to see, unfortunately, but yeah. I got a 7 of hearts. You got a 3 of
Who
hearts.
goes first?
I go first.
Move your ship or don't move your ship. And
I have
do
to move my
something.
ship.
Well,
We
you
have
can
only
do
3
something
active
first, then move your ship.
Well, I'm definitely going to move my ship first.
You
So
can surrender.
I forgot to mention, we do have light winds. So the wind speed is reduced by 1. I forgot to mark it earlier.
Oh, yeah.
I set my balandra set to 4 inches of movement, which means the light winds are going to bring it down to 3. So that's going to limit my maneuverability some. But what I'm going to go
I
ahead and
actually
do,
want you to go first.
right?
Awesome.
And then I'm going to move. So I turn for 1 inch, and I'm going to move 2 inches forward. Okay. So from there, I'm going to go ahead and start this party.
And what was the thing where I could lay down? I want to lay down.
Yeah, you can use when you activate Maynard, you can use command
Yeah,
points.
lay down.
Yeah.
You do that.
Oh, yeah. Should have thought of that earlier.
I couldn't activate
So we're measuring here to the foredeck.
Oh, that's
We're about 16 inches away.
yeah.
So
16 and a
that's a
quarter.
penalty of 4. My pirates have a shoot skill of 7.
So 10.
So I'm going to essentially need 10. I've got 4 muster shots.
These are the tokens on the back. All right.
And they're trained. Pirates are trained, so they've got 2 actions on this card. So I'm going to fire, and then I'm going to take.
And you're looking for 10.
Looking for 10s.
You know, use a force
I'm
point
going
immediately.
to choose one immediately because I feel really good.
Give it all.
I'll hit you before you go down. Maynard's got some tricky stuff.
Congratulations. What do I say? What are these? Oh, you know, you told me what
Yeah,
the.
so up here you've got 2 units of sea dogs. You can put the hit on either the pike unit or on the musket unit.
Oh, I'm putting it on the pike unit.
Okay, so sea dogs save on a 7.
A 7?
So I take 2 reloads, and I'm going to bring it down to 1 my second action.
You don't get anything for that. I'm low freeboard, right?
Yeah. No, yeah, there's a.
That's a 1.
All right, we got one. First
gonna
blood
kill-
to the pirates.
I'm gonna
Oh, you know what we almost forgot about? I have the terror rule, so all your units have to take a fatigue test before we started.
What? I'm not gonna do it because you didn't call it. All right, that guy's gonna die. What's his fatigue test? Sorry, what's the result?
So their resolve is a 5.
That's good. I can't see him. What's the result? I rolled 2 because.
Yeah, that's, well, you have to roll 2 because you took your casualties. So now we can start over.
Yeah, yeah.
So they
five.
go 5, 1 die.
That's good.
I got a 5 also.
This is a 7. I'm gonna call him
a roundsman or a 4.
4.
I mean, not your roundsman, your able seaman. Yeah.
Yeah, you got the roundsman.
I have the roundsman, he's got the able seaman.
Of course, I rolled a 1 for those losers.
So 1 fatigue.
Yeah.
All right, do we have a question, Steve?
Chris from SitRep says hi.
Hi, Chris. How's it going? Glad you're joining us.
All right, there we go.
All right, so Rufus, over to you. What you gonna do?
I hate you.
I know. I hate you too.
Mm.
That's why I'm trying to.
I'm going
Save your
speed 5, but it means 4 because The wind is
Correct.
quite, so slows me down a little bit. Should I turn? You're probably gonna turn into me.
You're the Bermuda sloop. Bermuda sloops have deeper keels. Part of the reason they're so fast. So his shoal value is not quite as good as mine. So he's got to be a little more careful with the shoals.
I'm
Shoal
gonna
value.
shoot.
You have draft value of 6.
Yeah, I should fire the swivel guns. I could fire my trumpet.
Yep.
Yeah.
Swivel guns will give you 6 dice, whereas muskets will give you, and they
Yeah.
hit on 6s.
Probably never get to reload them anyway. So I'll shoot the swivel guns.
All right, so let's check the range. You're going to shoot 4 deck.
Yeah, with pepper those guys that haven't activated yet.
All right, so you've got a penalty of 2 because you're just at 12.
What are they? 8?
Correct, you need 8.
I got a 1 hit.
It's like
I got 2 10s. I got hits. I got an 8 and 2 10s.
All right, so he's got 3 hits.
I'll
So
take that. And then my swivel guns are unloaded.
I'm going to take 2
So,
hits on my
I need-
pirates.
I'll need my anti-all hosts for these. My second action will be to put 1 reload on because I have 2 actions for these guys.
This one's going to go to the pirates. They're saving on a 7.
Oh, it's gonna be the pirates.
That's
Yeah,
2,
baby.
and that's my second fortune
Two get
point.
all your fortune in the first turn.
Let's swap those dice out for another pair.
All these ones are gonna fail too. Yep. There you
And I feel
go.
2 dead.
Well,
So
there
we
we go.
lose 2 of these pirates.
Dude, I don't know about you guys, but I'm feeling like a hero. I feel like a hero.
I feel like you're feeling.
Yeah.
So these 2 guys are down. Right, so now Blackbeard's unit.
Oh, let's go Blackbeard.
Let's double check. I'm
Just
pretty sure
go
they save on a 6. They do. So saving on a 6.
Nope.
Yeah,
Oh, that looked like a 1.
All right, so here's the test. I got a 7 on that, by the way.
Yeah.
So here's the test on Blackbeard's
What does
unit.
he say? I mean, what's his
There are
result?
5, so unfortunately
Oh,
that fails
take a
1.
50.
So they do take 1.
He got a 4. He got a 4.
Yeah.
I know you guys can't still roll it.
Yeah, I gotta remember to say it. Sorry. Yell at us if we forget. So,
And then you got
yeah,
3 on the other guys.
right, they take 3.
What's
So
the result?
their resolve is a very bold 6.
So,
And I take 2 fatigue on them.
oh, sweet.
So my pirates did not like those swordguns. Move your ship?
Yeah, I already moved.
Okay.
I moved. I got closer than I shot.
I don't remember. I feel like you're cheating.
I like to shoot far away and then make it harder.
All right, so let's go to the next card.
These guys are regulars, right? These guys are.
Your flag's blown the wrong way. Let's fix that.
All right, whatever.
There we go.
It's English. You can blow whatever way you want.
That's right. It's British now.
Sorry.
They're the British now in the game.
Are they British? Yeah,
British.
Yeah. All right. I want.
Ready?
Yeah.
Boom.
I want to go first.
You going first? 1 action.
I got a 10 of spades. Going first.
And I got a 5 of clubs.
Because I feel like a winner. These dudes are going to shoot.
Plug up some more shots in there.
Yeah, could you measure the
Yeah.
range?
I
You'll
will
be my,
measure the range.
you'll be my tape girl. Tape girl, measure please.
You got it.
I got 4 dudes, so that's it. Yeah.
So you have a penalty of 1 there.
What's my base on this?
Your shoot skill on that is a 7. So you're gonna need 8.
Yeah, stinks. Gotta teach these guys how to shoot. Oh, maybe not. I got 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. I got 10, 10, 9, 8.
Let me see if there's anything I can do to make you reroll on that.
Yeah, nothing. Hey, but
Uh-huh.
woe is me, I'll have 2 reloads.
Yes, you'll have 2 of those.
Yes, so
Okay, so now gotta take 2 saves on each of those units. So let's try it.
that's
on,
what you call spiking a roll.
Yeah, I'd say. So let's try that on Blackbeard's men.
Fail. There we go.
Fail 1.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got a 6 and a 2. So take out this guy here.
Take out
He doesn't
Baldy.
look like.
Take out Baldy.
He doesn't look like. Yeah, it's not Baldy. He wasn't paying attention.
Baldy. Baldy got one in his head.
All right. And now for the pirates, saving on a 7.
Ooh, fail, fail.
both. That's not good.
Exactly. Are they gone?
Fortune point again. Let's do it.
Oh,
Let's see if we can save the last of them.
they got like a stat every time.
Okay, save 1.
Oh, okay.
And now they die because they wrap. So I got rid of that unit.
Yay!
So that's a problem because those guys were.
Those
all
are the cannon guys.
Mike Lewis asks, will new units work with previous models? Is there any synergy with older factions?
Yes. So so wait, ask that again. Will the newer units work with older models?
The new units work with previous models.
Yeah, it looks like what it should. It's legal, so you could take something like so if you have some of the plastic, you're gonna get the plastic is gonna have tons of extra bits. So it's gonna be extra stuff like pistols and things like that you could add something. So if you gave a unit of sequence of pistols, for example, right now you can kind of pass as or even European sailors, or you can give some sea dogs, European sailors from the metal sets with some of those extra pistols, and they can definitely pass for able seamen, for example, right? So there's different options like that you could do because and some of the units will stay the same. So sea dogs, as you can see, Maynard has sea dogs in this list. So the basic English sailor or British sailor in this case typically is going to stay the same, but you'll get new veteran options and a few other things like that. Did that answer the question good?
Yeah,
Sounded pretty good to me.
sounds like we're having some real stream issues.
Uh-oh.
A lot of people are not able to understand what you're saying because of lag.
That's not good. Should I say it again?
No, but we probably should keep this one short because there's not much we can do for now.
Got it. Well, let's move the game along then. All right, so my go.
Yeah,
Time to avenge myself.
Yeah, you have one unit left.
I don't really have a ton of options, so. All right, so I'm going to move my ship forward.
You activated with a club, right? So you
I
got
did.
3 actions. Okay.
I did. So I'm going to move forward 3 inches. Actually, before I do that, I'm actually only moving 2 inches because I'm sailing windward now.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just gonna
Turn it into the
I'm just
wind.
gonna go straight forward too.
It's
I might have to turn a little bit actually. No, I'm good. I'm good. Okay. I'll turn one little tiny bit right here.
You're supposed to escape this way, dude.
Yeah, but I just lining up the broadside.
You don't have anybody manning the guns.
Yeah, but I'm going to.
Okay.
So I can activate Blackbeard with a command point.
Right.
And that won't work actually. So I'm going to take a chance here, and I'm going to use his command point. Well, I guess I'm pretty stuck.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to have to just give myself a. I'm going to have to give myself a command point to have my unit man guns. That's a dedicated action, so that's going to be it for them. That's it. So on to the next card.
You don't have another card.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
I
you
have
have
another
another unit.
but I have another card.
Hey, what are these? Are these guys just armed with pistols?
Brace pistols.
I don't want brace pistols. But I gotta play this card for this back.
Yep. So I've got a 2 of clubs, and then
Can I actually try to blue and get this?
so you could command.
I want to go over there.
Do you want me to move? Oh, let's go. So,
4 inches. That's
4
all you
inches
do.
ahead.
So-
That's the end of the turn. You lose that fatigue.
Yeah, because
And we're
oh yeah.
I'm good. And just move away from you here.
Oh.
Okay. All right. The last fortune point to get rid of
How are you? Just a question.
Got enough.
What's at home? All your fortune turn immediately. Especially when you need to roll. That's a great way. That worked out great.
I killed one. That might be it. Ready?
Boom.
11. I mean, I think
I got a 6. I'm not going to move my ship first. I'm going to. I could.
so you collide with
Can I fit? No. I could grapple you.
you can grapple me from there. We are within not quite. You got to go forward an inch.
Yeah, but I got to turn a little bit and go.
Yep.
What's our range? We're under 4 inches.
We're under 4, but
Well,
we're
I'm
not at
going
3.
to shoot my swivels first, and then I'm going to move.
I think success.
Yes, yeah, it's success. That's awesome. It needs 6 to hit. I'm going to shoot. I'm actually going to shoot him at Blackbeard's boys up in front because I don't want them shooting those guns.
Fair enough.
I want to jack them up. So I
Do
need
your
6. Yeah, I will. Here we go.
Curse you for devils.
Okay, I need to see what's going on here. Okay, that's 1, 2, 3. Why not? Let's see if I can get better on that.
All right, let's see if you can whip them all.
Yeah.
Let's go. No.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hey, 5 is better than 3, so I'm happy about that. All right, that was worse. Now that's how you spend a fortune point.
No big deal. All right, they're saving on 6s. Here we go.
And this
So I
there's
lose 2. That is not good at all.
And
So-
you don't have any fortune left to jump blackboard to another thing.
It'll be
How much
fine.
fatigue do you have?
1.
And you're rolling how many?
So I'm rolling 3 right now, and I got all of them except for 1. So
Oh, you say with 5s? Your resolve
yeah,
is 5?
my resolve is 5. Sorry, I should have
So
said
you're up to 2. So you're
I'm up
minus
to
1
2
action.
fatigue, but I'm not out of the game yet.
Yeah.
I'm still in this. Still in
Yeah,
this.
you're still hanging out and you're minus 1 action. All right. So I do need to move my ship. I thought about pushing to.
I imagine you're going to go this way.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see. I might have to go forward an inch. It's just easier if you move it.
Yeah. So
Push me forward an inch and then start turning me to try to miss the shoulder. Hopefully I can just kind of squeeze by. I think I can actually fit. I think I can, yeah.
oh, but you hit the shoulder
Why are you moving it so far?
because you got to move your whole movement. That's 4. Oh, it's well, you're right.
Yeah,
because you moved 1 forward already. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah,
You're right. You're right. You're right.
cheating. See, now if I
Oh,
go
we're
dead
close.
straight,
We're
I'll
close.
miss the shoulder.
We're close. All right.
What's wrong?
All right.
What does this say?
That's right.
Okay. So
We gotta hurry up.
so now it's my go. So I'm obviously going to go with Blackbeard's unit there, and I'm going to go ahead and
What card did you play?
I played a diamond. So
How many
I have
actions
2
you-
actions. I'm sorry, I have 3 actions. That's a veteran unit.
What do you got?
But I'm down to 2 because of my fatigue.
Yeah, gotcha.
So first action, I'm going to rally with my unit. So it takes off 2
Oh.
fatigue.
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
You got one
I
more
got a
action.
9 and a 6, by the way. All right, and with my second action, I'm going to fire a broadside. So your sloop's fortitude is 4. So that means that there's no range. Obviously, we're right on top of each other. So I need a 4 to hit on 2 dice.
Oh, one
And
for
we're
each.
gonna
One
range.
for each
Yeah,
can.
we're gonna be doing we're playing with the updated no piece beyond the line rule, by the way. So
Okay.
I'm doing 2 shots to range in.
Miss
And I
one.
missed.
I'll
one.
take that.
Yikes. So now I'm gonna hit with 1 light gun. Every light gun that hits gives me 2 dice.
So what's your target number?
So my target number is your fortitude, which is 4, plus
you
the
got-
range. But
You got 2 hits.
yeah, so I got 2 hits. One of them is a 10, which is a lucky hit.
Oh.
So I get to roll on the crit table with -1. The other one was a 6.
So you put
So-
both hit. You were shooting.
Yeah,
the
I'm
front.
shooting into your 4 deck there. So now you got to take 1 save on each unit. So let's see one for the pikeman.
What's my save on the bike? I can't remember.
It's a 7.
7?
So no, give me another pikeman.
Give me another bike.
Get him out from
All
here.
right, Jesus. Look at this. Oh my God.
There you go.
Oh my God. This is horrifying.
All right. And now 1 save for the
6s?
the musketeer sea dogs.
What are they?
7s again. They're the same unit. They're just different.
Oh, save.
So good.
So,
All right. So 2 fatigue tests.
on those resolve tests.
Yes. For the,
5s
for
are
the,
better, right?
5s are better. So you
Uh,
take 1 fatigue. You got a 4 and a 9.
and then what's the other one? What's the resolve?
It's the same. It's a 5. So you have 5, just 1 die. But you passed them both anyway. So
Yeah, there you go.
I'm not even a 7 year old.
I'm so
All right.
extra. Roll an extra die.
Okay, so now I'm going to spend a command point to fire. Oh well, I almost forgot my lucky hit. You also got to mark 2 damage on your ship.
Yeah, I got you.
And let's see what I did. Hopefully I can do something really obnoxious.
I hope so.
I did not. Of course, I rolled a 2,
Yes. No,
which goes down to a 1, which is no
No effect.
So no.
just bounced off.
All right, so now I'm going to give a command point to my guys in the back, and I had actually command point earlier, and I didn't take it off. Sorry. All right, so they're going to fire their muskets.
I think he's cheating.
Probably not. I'm going to fire my muskets into the crew on the 4 deck here.
Okay.
See if we can soften them up some more. So I got 4 shots. We're less than 4 inches away,
Yeah, all right. Now.
so I need 7s.
Uh-huh.
There we go.
Let's see if we can spike a roll.
I got 1.
No, that's not a spike. I will put it on the.
Now these guys do have ball and shot, so I do get
Oh,
another
okay.
shot.
Go ahead. There you go.
And that does it. So 2 hits. So 1 on each unit.
So 1 on the front guy, 7. Nope. So take
Here's
it.
another pikeman.
Yeah, they're not gone
Not
actually.
yet, not yet. No.
Because I'm gonna roll the results right now. They have 1 guy left, and I already have, so I
they
gotta
have 1
pass
fatigue.
both of these.
Right.
And
And
I
he
pass them
does.
both.
He
So
passes
he's still
both.
alive. And then
Lucky you.
guys in the middle 7s passes. Resolve. Nope, I take a fatigue on the guys in the middle.
Okay.
You're killing a bunch of dudes with sticks.
Yep.
Basically, you're a stick
I
killer.
just realized I put my card in that, my other
Stop
card in that
cheating.
pile.
Now they have two reloads on these fellas.
No, they don't have to.
Yes, they do.
I guess.
I'm watching.
Alright. I almost got away with it.
Yeah.
All right.
You're done with that disaster?
I'm done with that disaster.
Okay.
So now I have to move my ship. So
Two.
I'm going 3 inches. I'm just going to go straight forward to try to force you to hit that shoulder. All right. So we're on to the next card. I only have 2 units now since I lost one earlier. So I can pass if I want.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's some good stuffs. That's some good stuff. So we have 2. So yeah, let's go ahead. What you got?
All right, let's see. I got an 11
9.
of diamonds. He's got a 9 of diamonds.
Got me.
That was the critical moment.
Really?
There we go. So I've got 2 actions with my pirates. My pirates are going to attempt to grapple.
Oh, you're gonna go for me.
So I have 5+.
So this is your first action.
So here we go. First action is to grapple.
4.
I got a 6.
Oh!
So I pull him in. Boom. Now we're grappled.
Mm-hmm.
And for my second action, I'm going to charge into this deck. Now your one pikeman could try to make a defensive attack, but he would kill him.
Yeah, I just killed myself.
So, all right. So these guys are going to jump into
And
here.
the other guys are unloaded, so they can't do it.
So I'm putting one model into his deck section here. You can't really see it because the sails are blocking it. But that,
Just rip the mast off.
we talked about taking the sails off, but I guess we should have. Anyway, so I'm boarding into his front section from my rear section. Okay, so those.
You're boarding my front section from your rear section?
Correct.
Sweet.
Yeah. So my pirates, unfortunately, are not the greatest in combat, but you know, we're gonna do what we can.
Well, you got 4 attacks here.
Yeah.
And
So
you're
4 attacks.
You're going on both guys of the section.
I'm
right?
going on both guys' section at the same time. I'm hitting on 7s. So here we go.
Come on, let's see some nerf rolls. That's miss.
So far,
No. The one that fell on the floor missed.
No,
You can't keep it on the table. It's a miss.
no, that's not how it works.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Show
You
me the
can't
rule
even get
book.
on
Show me the rule book.
Miss.
No.
Wow,
They boldly ran in there and did nothing.
that was
So,
impressive. All right, I am going to. So you've activated both your units, right?
maybe.
Yeah. No, 100%. I'm going to activate Maynard.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to give
Go
a
prone now.
No, I'm going to tell my pikeman guy to fight. Because I got one guy. Well, he's got 3 actions, so I can't give myself one of the command points.
Right.
So what's the point? So I'll tell Maynard to tell that guy to fight. So
Sure.
what do pikemen need?
So that's a sea dog, so he needs a 6.
That's an 8. One
So that's okay.
close combat save.
So I save on a 7,
Nope.
and that is a 6. So that is not a 7. So I lose a guy and 2 fatigue tests, and I failed 1 and passed 1.
So you're up to 1 fatigue
Up
now.
to 1 fatigue, yep.
The second command point will be for the guys with the muskets, the sea dogs. Are they sea dogs or sea dogs? I can't remember the
They are
names.
the guys in the muskets are sea dogs, yeah.
And they're 6s?
The 6s.
Remember, I got fortune left. See what happens here. I'm gonna fortune that. I only got one success. So
Now you got 2.
2.
All
2's
right.
better than 1.
So
So
did I pull the model out earlier? No, I didn't.
yeah. See, he's cheating.
Yeah. So here we go. So I need 7 to save.
Fail,
And I
fail.
lost both.
6-4,
All right, so I'm down to 1 model now, guys. This is not looking good for the pirates right now.
and then you gotta save. Yeah, there you
So
go.
here's my morale test, or my fatigue test,
Mhm.
my resolve test, whatever we call it.
It's a resolve test.
Yes.
And
Hey, look at that. I only failed 1.
but
But
that's
that's
enough.
just enough.
Because
That's just
no,
enough.
that's my guy. Your
Yeah.
guy's up there, dude. He's up
Oh, yeah, there he
there.
is. Step down.
Don't touch my guys. Don't touch it. Don't
All right,
touch it.
so he's going to run. He's going to go home.
Now Maynard actually still has 3 actions.
I guess.
My problem is I can't really move through that
You
deck.
can move through it, you just can't end in it.
Well,
Oh, but yeah, you can. So what you could do,
I could go.
you could grapple the other section and turn your back section over there. So that you'll pull your ship into my rear
Yeah,
section.
so I'm gonna try to grapple. Why
So
not?
you need a 5 or better.
See if I can do it. Oh, yep,
That
that's
does
good.
it. So
So
now this ship just lines up right here.
now I have 2 actions left.
So you can spend 1 action to move into my rear deck.
Yes, I
So
like
your
to.
whole
I
unit
like
would
that.
move there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see if I can have my Scotsman cut Blackbeard's head off.
And then with your final action, you can charge him.
Can I get you?
You can. You have the third
Oh.
action, so you can charge into that
Now,
section.
what? How much fatigue do you have?
I have none.
Ooh,
So I will fire on you.
but I could just shoot my pistols at you
You
too.
could just shoot your pistols at me. But how fun would that be?
Oh, you want me to get thematic now all of a sudden after you got 2 guys left?
So all I need is 2 guys. Those are just
Well, you can't stop my charge.
Blackbeard.
You can't stop my charge.
I can't stop your charge, but I can't kill a guy.
Well, you could stop my charge if you hit 2, kill 2. I'm charging you. Let's go.
All right,
Fatigue
so
yourself.
Maynard is coming in. I'm
Fatigue
fatiguing myself.
Yep.
So
I like how I managed to have Mike do all the work and I just sit back and roll dice. And then,
that's why he sailed so far.
yeah, it's like,
That was
oh,
the
I'm
whole
sitting here
time.
and do nothing.
All right, so I got 2 shots. My roundsman hit on
12.
7.
What is pistols, right? It goes up one more?
Pistols. Yes, so I need an 8.
8. Perfect. Miss.
And I got nothing.
Yeah, I figured that would happen. All
All right, so now Maynard comes in with your rounds, your able seamen who
So-
got on 6s and have braces of pistols.
And I rolled this dude.
Yes.
So I'm
you're
looking
rolling
for
a
a
different
10.
colored die. A
Explain-
9 or 10.
Explain that rule.
Yeah. So the infamous unknown Scotsman has an ability in combat where if he rolls a 9 or a 10 on his die, so we have a separate color for that, he will get to choose who gets eliminated who takes the hit in the unit.
So I could conceivably, if I roll a 9 or a 10 with this die, I could kill Blackbeard.
Right.
Okay. So what do I need? Forgot. 6s.
So you need 6s.
Yeah. 6s with re-rolling misses.
With rerolls because of your bracelet pistol.
I'm gonna put my glasses on so I can see what's going on here.
Good idea. And so
Oh, no, I
Scotsman
get the- I
rolls
get-
a 1.
I get the re-roll.
So you got a 9 and a 7. The rest missed.
Oh, I got a 10 with a Scotsman.
Yep, and a 9. So he got 4 hits. So it doesn't matter because he kills them all anyway. But the Scotsman, I assume, is going to choose to hit Blackbeard.
I'm gonna cut Blackbeard. It actually worked. I cut Blackbeard's head right off.
Yeah. So
And then put it. Could you rip the head off the model and glue it to the
yes,
front of
we'll
the
do it
ship?
right now.
I'll do it. I didn't paint it. Let's rip the head back.
So,
Well, that was an
unfortunately,
historical result.
we had a very historical result. The pirates were killed to a man.
Yeah, all those who saying I wasn't going to win on Facebook. Yeah, there you go, buddy. I still got a crew, dude.
Well, I threw it on purpose because
No, you didn't.
I wanted to
No,
make sure we
no,
proved
no,
how
no.
historical the results were.
No. That was perfectly. You did not plan to lose. I'll tell you. I know that.
I definitely plan to lose. All right, well, that's the battle, ladies and gentlemen. It was pretty quick, unfortunately for me. I probably could have done that a little better. My broadside, unfortunately, rolled a 1 when I needed it to go off.
What, there was one roll in there where you whiffed 4 too. Yeah, there was a lot of. I like how you use all your fortune in the first turn. Hey,
you got to do what you got to
Hey,
do.
still got one left there, buddy.
All right, so we got any questions out there, Steve?
Yeah, Eric asks, during the game, are there differences between the first and the third rule book? So I'm guessing he's asking about errata, or maybe the differences between our current rules and our 18th century rules.
Okay, so not really. The only thing that's going to change, as we've talked about a few places, is we're going to reorganize the rule book a little bit. Some people have found the rules for artillery and ships and structures to be, since they're kind of spread out with the objective of making it a little easier. Like the current rule books have it laid out in a way that kind of explains the game as you go, a little bit more like you get from a board game or something. But a lot of people have found it hard to reference, so we're going to kind of combine all those sections a little differently to make it a little easier to reference, so that learning the rules for ships aren't as intimidating. Because as you see, I mean, they're not very complex. They're pretty straightforward. So that's the only real change. And we're going to standardize the optional rule, no peace beyond the line, since that seems to be what everybody is playing anyway for artillery, where you have to range it first and then you take damage.
I mean, even in tournaments, we use the optional rules. So
Yeah, typically. So that's going to officially change. But otherwise, it's the same rule set. It's not a 2.0 or anything like that. If you have the original rule book, these things will all be released as errata. So your present rule book is still valid and functional if you don't want to buy any rule book. So
Great answer.
I try to give great answers.
Also,
if
if
I
you get
can.
nervous around ships, just have Mike move all the ships. Just
Hey, Kai.
sit back and do nothing.
Turn it there, please. I think it's shut off again.
Oh yeah, it feels great in here.
Yeah, it's
It's
very
like
hot.
80
here.
degrees in here.
Do you not like that?
No, I like
No.
it.
I thought Mike likes.
Hey, I want you to know in Orlando, the fall has gotten there. It's like 60 at night.
Fall's not here yet.
No, it'll be here in next year.
I'm sure the fact that it's just pouring rain is doing wonders to the humidity outside right now. So what else we got, Steve?
Ross King asks, how can I buy this without my wife knowing?
Well, there's several ways. You can have a friend buy it for you, and then have it shipped to their house, and you pay them in cash.
Yeah, that's a good way.
And we know several people who use this method. But it works.
Yeah.
Seems to work pretty well.
Or you could get a PO box
That's
and have it mailed there and
Yeah.
never,
That works.
undercover. That's a good way to do it.
Yeah. Or if you're
Say
ever,
it's for
if you're ever,
charity. Say it's for charity.
There you go.
Something like that.
you
Like
could say it's,
work that angle.
you could say it's a gift for a friend or coworker, and then just put it away for like a week.
And then
She'll
say they
probably
didn't
forget.
like it.
And then,
And you can't return
or
it.
yeah, or you could say they regifted it to you.
Yeah, or
There you
you
go.
can't
That's a good
return
one.
it or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
Yeah,
There you
something like that. That'll work.
What else we got?
Okay. This one asks, how much will the starter cost on Kickstarter?
Am I allowed to answer that?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So the starter is 119 USD. So there you go. Prices out there.
These two armies were built out of the starter box.
Yep.
Yeah,
We
this
just
is all.
played,
This is all from the starter box.
Obviously, we don't have some of the. We would be playing like we did with Oak and Iron videos in the past with all the stuff on the starter if we had it already, but since we haven't made it yet, we don't. But it's pretty much all the same stuff. It'll be punch board instead of laser cut MDF and stuff like that. But it'll pretty much what you see here.
You get these in the starter.
Yeah, not those exact cards. The cards will be different, but it's the same card, the same information on the cards, just different packs. So,
Any other questions? Steve is typing. Huh? What?
I don't know how to work that thing.
what?
It's like from the 90s. I just keep pressing buttons.
Just hit
and
the
nothing
down
changes.
arrow.
I did it, and it just changes the time.
What did you do?
Nothing.
I guess we're just gonna sweat in here. That's fine.
Leave the door open, please.
Yeah, that helps.
Please.
How are the two new ships different from the current sloop and brig?
You want to show them do a comparison?
I do have the hole there.
Yeah, we have a sloop hull. We can compare the sizes. Hey, I'm going to bring the winning ship back a little bit. The winner. Back to the winner.
So here's a hole from our original sloop. So if you can put them,
Yeah, I don't know
so
which
the
way.
sails aren't in the way there.
Yeah, you can probably see. Put them right up against each other.
Yeah, so you can see
They're about the same
you have
height.
about the same usable space on deck. They're about the same height. This ship is a little bit longer. Most of that is in the beakhead here,
Actually,
and a
it
little
looks
extra
it
space
sits-
in the back.
sits
But they're very
slightly
close.
lower.
These new sloops are a little bigger than the bark. So if you've seen our bark,
That bark's a little.
yeah, they're a little bigger than the bark. So they're right in between the bark and the sloop in size. They're close to the Tartana. Actually, I think it's probably a better ship to compare it to. It's probably more like the Tartana in size.
shape
Shape's
different,
different, yeah. But did you ask about stats or just size? Sorry, I think it was a stat question, wasn't there?
No, I'm not sure. It just
No?
says
Okay.
what are the differences.
My brain goes to stats. That's all it is.
Will there be boxes of units available for the Kickstarter above and beyond the starter?
Yes. So off the jump, we'll have two available. The first one will be the same sailors that are in the starter box. You can buy them separately.
Hard plastic.
And they are hard plastic kits, again, with all the options to make a lot of the stuff you saw here and more. So
And these are the actual
yeah.
miniatures. They're just 3D prints of some of the plastic.
They can't
stuff.
really see them.
I know, but I'm just
Camera
saying
technology's
we are
limited today,
using.
so.
Oh, look, can you see? Yeah.
But yeah, so you'll be able to arm them with pistols, bracelets of pistols, explosives, blunderbusses, muskets,
Pikes.
boarding pikes, right? So they're going to have a lot of options. You're going to be able to also give them just melee weapons if you want, without the pistols.
And then a ton of different head swaps.
A lot of head options.
Yeah, so they
a
all
lot
look,
of to do different. Some of the heads are kind of nationality themed as well. So you've got some heads that are distinctly French, some that are more like
their hats.
Anglo-Dutch and stuff like that. Yeah. So
Basically, the
And
French
then want
hats.
to talk about where we imagine stretch goals going, our 3 unit boxes.
yeah. So the other box that's starting out of the jump is the soldiers that we've shown on our Facebook page. So those are the 18th century style, early 18th century, late 18th. I'm sorry. Early 18th century, late 17th century regular troops. So they're going to be, you've seen them with tricorns and bayonets and stuff, but you'll have the option to do different heads for grenadiers, or for earlier period regulars with the, without the cocked hats and all that. And those, those will be in, yeah. So those will be. It's a cocked hat.
It's all about the tricorn.
So the those are the two we'll be starting out with. Some of the stretch goals that we hope to hit are, we have the militia pack, which is kind of right in between the two. So they're going to be basically non-uniform, land-focused troops, primary armor, muskets, and stuff like that.
Socket bayonets or plug?
They'll have plug bayonet options in there. Yeah. So that'll make any of the current militia units in the game, as well as some of the new options that are coming out. Then we're gonna we hope to do also a set for Native Americans, primarily focused on the probably the Caribbean type Native Americans, or those around the Caribbean area more or less. And then a set of cavalry. So our current cavalry, but in plastic, with some more options. So you could do lanceros and different things like that.
Yeah, that'd be super cool.
Yeah, so those are the three main ones we're looking at. Now, of course, these are very expensive to produce in plastic. So the stretch goals will be a bit spread out. But if we do really well, it's a very good chance we'll see all those. And a second ship is a possibility, but not a very, I'm going to say, probably not. I mean, we'd have to do insanely well to add that, but it's definitely something we'll do in the future. Next question.
Eric wants to say, he just found out you speak Spanish, so gracias por traer a la vida esta maravillosa aventura.
You're welcome. Gracias, Eric.
Cállate.
Rufus speaks Spanish too, much better than me.
Red Mist wants to know about the map that you guys are playing on.
This map, so this is actually an early prototype of the Table War.
This is the
Caribbean
old
mats. Yeah.
This is the Caribbean looking one. Yeah.
So these are the Table War Caribbean.
What about these things?
Yeah, these are part of the islands and shoal sets that are in that kit as well. These are not the prototypes. These are the final ones.
These are actually nice mats.
Yes, I like these mats. They're our favorite mats, as everybody knows. We love our friends at Table War. They make great stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever consider making some black sails figures? Not historical ones. What? We are making black sails figures.
No, I was talking about ones from the actual show.
Yeah, but this.
Well, there's those licensing and stuff too.
Yeah, well, you're making,
we're doing all those characters, and they've done them their way. We're doing our take, our historical take on those characters and how we envision them. That said, alternates are a thing that could be possible. Maybe we can, in the future.
We are using the same historical consultant.
We are using the same historical consultant, except we listen more.
That's true.
Be little.
That'll be Benderson Little, by the way. Go check out his books, especially Sea Rover's Practice, Golden Age of Piracy, if you want to dispel a lot of myths.
Will the starter be designed for retail after the Kickstarter?
Absolutely, yes. It'll be designed for retail during the Kickstarter. So if you are a retailer, feel free to email tim@firelockgames.com, and he's gonna cue you in on how you can get involved. So, and also if you're backing and you want to support your local store, you can back through your local stores and just have your store get in touch with tim@firelockgames.com, and we'll get you all hooked up. Next question.
Yep. How many models fit on the deck of the new ship, and does it have an alternate ship card?
It does. It comes with 2 ship cards and 2 different ways to set it up, as you can see here.
Well, explain why. You basically have a top sail in this one.
Yeah, so this one has a longer bowsprit with a topsail.
Yeah, you see how much.
You also can have.
Show the other ships.
Yeah. So the other ones, I mean, they can see it. So.
If you put them up like this, you see the bowsprit comes out a little bit.
Right. Yeah. So this one also would have typically a mainsail right here as well, a big square mainsail. We didn't put it because we just thought
you wouldn't be able to put models on there.
Yeah. Plus, I was rigging this thing till like 5 in the morning to get our photo shoot done. And the roof was dropping everything.
Yeah, whatever.
So I figured topsail is good enough. So so this one is got different stats than this one, and whenever you get a kit with the ships, you're going to get the options in the sprue kit for both, and you'll also get the card for both in there as well.
And all the masts and everything are going to be hard plastic too, right?
Yes, all the rigging parts are, and this is actually not the whole thing either. There's more parts to it, but the 3D printing on this drove us crazy. So it's not all 100% built here. Actually, there's more bits you can add to this.
And how many models fit on that chip?
Oh yeah, I believe.
You could probably get 10 on the front. Right?
No, you get more than that. I believe the
12?
total is. I counted and I've already forgotten, of course, but I believe the total is 29. So you can
No,
get 29
just
models
crammed-
total on the whole
Just
ship.
crammed all in there. Huh?
That's with all the guns in place. So with all the guns, you can get 29 models. I believe. So it's going to be very close to that. It might be a little more, a little less. Give or take 2-3 models.
Can't believe you gave me a ship with no guns. Yeah, I got a question for you.
All right, Rufus has a question.
The old chips, you can use them with the new game, right?
Of course. It's not the new game. It's the same
I
thing.
mean, not the new game, but I mean the new period. You could take
Of
them.
course, yeah.
I
So
can
all the
take-
ships we
yeah.
presently have will function in the current period.
So if I have a sloop that I like, I can use it instead of one of the,
Right.
whatever down the
Yeah.
road or whatever. If I want to use 2 sloops, and
Correct.
my buddy wants that sloop or whatever. Yeah.
And the stats for that one are different too. So you're gonna have plenty of sloop variety. That's it.
All right,
Water
Liam from UK is dying for me to ask.
Is this
Rufus.
Liam from UK?
Yep.
Okay.
So Rufus,
Is this Arlium?
will there be Zeppelin rules in the
Of
Race
course,
to
yeah.
Black expansion?
Don't answer that.
Of course there are. Hey, I'm allowed to answer that.
No, you can't answer.
Liam, you need to go to
Right,
bed.
no,
It's too
Zeppelin.
late.
Go to bed, Liam.
Go to bed,
Nickelodeon.
Liam.
Will there be foam or plastic sails in the starter set?
There will not, as of this time. We are actively looking for options to do that, but all the things we've gotten to so far either just don't look good or they're just too costly. So we will continue with our tradition of offering the sales printable as files online, so you can use paper, cardstock, or just use them as a template to create your own. And we obviously have lots of really talented people in the community that do make sales and sell them, so you can check that out. But not presently. Maybe as a stretch goal, we could figure something out in between now and then. Next question.
Are we gonna get a plastic kit of a galleon someday?
I mean, I'm not going to rule anything out, but
Plastic 6 rate would be nice.
but
too.
if I don't do a 5th or a 4th rate at some point, Liam will find me and murder me. So that's got to take priority.
with a Zeppelin.
Yeah, with a Zeppelin. He'll fly over here with a Zeppelin. bomb.
Drop a ball on your
Yeah,
head.
probably So probably not for the galleon anytime soon, especially. We got some other ships to fill in first, but more plastic
You mean-
ships are definitely in the
You
future.
mean I can't get a first rate? I want a first rate.
You can get a first rate.
I can't play
Not
with-
from us.
Yeah, I can play with
You get an open iron first rate. I get you
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Say my name. Say
All right.
Will we see another ship on this Kickstarter? Probably not.
Probably not. It's, unless this thing blows up way beyond what we
Bananas.
could ever hope to.
Bananas.
The amount of time and resources that go into designing one of these ships, not to mention the amount of molds it takes to make one, make it impractical to have really more than one in the Kickstarter. We originally wanted to shoot for maybe 3, but then we realized pretty quickly that was overly ambitious. So we don't want to bite off more than we can chew here. We're trying to keep this project manageable to get it turned around as fast as possible and get it to you guys in a reasonable amount of time.
Plus, you want to have a lot of cool plastic miniatures too. You know,
Of course.
the minis are cool.
Is that all the questions we got, Steve? All right. Well, tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern Time, Kickstarter goes live. Not long after, I believe we're going to do an AMA session. So after the Kickstarter's launched, we'll be sitting down to answer all your questions once you've seen the page and know everything you're getting.
Hey, V for victory, right here, buddy.
So I will say, good game to you, sir.
Oh no, it was an
I
easy
let
game.
you-
I
I let
enjoyed
you
it. No, you didn't.
It was all part of the script. It's all scripted.
No, it's
wanted to make
not.
it,
It was not scripted at all.